Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Prototype 003, and I am back again playing Pokemon trading card game online. So, today I'm going to, I think, create a new deck first, and then play it. Simple as that. And I don't even know what I'm gonna do going into this. I think I'm gonna make a fire deck, and we're gonna do expanded version, the expanded form, and let's just see what we can do. I do have Charizard EX, so we'll take that. I do have Delphox, I guess. I guess I'll take Delphox. It's got that strong ability, and Blaze Ball is pretty great. And let's see what we do here. Okay. I don't know why they're giving me this. I'm taking that Swablu out right away. Volcanion. Yeah, so I love using the deck wizard because it's just so interesting how it sets up your deck for you at the beginning. Like, why would it give me just the Swablu? The EX cards, yes, okay, I understand. Lugia EX, Ho-Oh EX, both very strong. Ho-Oh EX synergizes a little bit with the fire deck. You may heal 50 damage from it. Has any basic. Yeah, it's very strong, so okay, that makes sense. I said Delphox, and I said Charizard EX. It put the Charizard EX, it put the Delphox, but then for some reason it made this deck all focused around having Emboar, which, okay, why? I'm going to take this Salandit. I really don't want a Tepig Emboar deck, like Pignite, you know, I don't want this evolutionary line. Yeah, the card's cool, but no. I'm not trying to do that today. Let's get some other fire types in here. So we do have the Incineroar. Might want to play that. Put 200 from your discard pile into your hand. So I'm going to play the Ponyta and a Rapidash. Which Rapidash is this? Does 20 your opponent's bench Pokemon? Yeah, and this Rapidash. So fire decks tend to be very heavy on the energy costs. So I really want to have cards that give me a lot of energy. You just go proud to your Pokemon in any way you like. Like this Blaziken, great card. I picked this up in a pack a little while ago. Pretty recently, actually, and really good. And I say I only have one Delphox, unfortunately. But let's check. Torchic. Only got that Torchic, Blaziken. We want this Blaziken and Combuskin. Only have the one type of Combuskin. So, yeah. So this is going to be the setup, I think, for our Pokemon. Except, let me see if Fennekin, if I want just this basic Fennekin with the Will-O-Wisp, or if I want another one. It's pretty strong till can't attack. It's got 10 more health. This one invite out whenever your opponent's active. So yeah, I guess I'll start with that. I might also want this Ninetales. Singe. Yeah, I think I'm gonna play. I think I'm actually gonna play a couple of these. It's a pretty strong ability. It's essentially a Lysander with a Pokemon. Usually what I do with it is I'll put it on my bench. I don't need these energy switches. Again, very interesting choice. What I really want is probably Fisherman, or like an energy Lotto Retrieval. I'll probably play 4 energy retrievals in this deck. Yeah, and I'm playing a fire deck, so it gives me the Grass Electric Stadium card for some reason. And I'll play a Scorched Earth. This is pretty good. Altar of Sun, yeah. I'm glad that they gave me Fisherman. Don't need Search Deck for too basic. I'll play one of these. I will not play any giant capes. And let's see. It's just a very interesting setup that they give me here. I'm also probably gonna have to I'm definitely gonna have to rearrange my energies. Professor Kukui, love that guy. And let's see. So they gave me fire and grass. I need 1 electric, 1 water, and 1 grass. Electric, water, and the fire energies. I probably want to have my special fire energies. I do have 2 of them. And I might also want to play just maybe just 1 double colorless, just to have it. It does give me a bit of a boost in terms of, like, I can put it right onto this Lugia EX, that sort of thing. And then the energy retrieval I might want to switch. I'd also want to switch out my How. Have like a special energy retrieval. I don't think I have one of those. It would be nice to have, but I unfortunately don't think I have one. And town map is cool, but not necessary. Blacksmith. Definitely want to play 2 blacksmith, so then I might I'll remove 1 of those energy retrieval and a nest ball. I'll remove 2 of the nest balls, because then I definitely want, I might throw this flare as a placeholder. Let's see. End's obviously a good card to have, but Crushing Hammer is good. Energy Switch. I don't really need an energy switch. I'm going to put a Crushing Hammer in instead. And I think that's pretty good. Fisherman. I'm going to remove 1 of them and put an N in, just so that I have... let me also see that I get my favorite N, the one where he is... he has the Ferris wheel in the background. For some reason, I just like that one. So yeah, that's going to be the setup there. We'll see how this goes. This is going to be Fire Blast. That's going to be the name. I have a fire coin here. I'm going to use Groudon, and Charmander, and Charmander. Let's go. And let's see how well we can do with this fire deck. Fire Blast. And we just made this Fire Blast right here. Interesting, it put water as an energy type and normal. It's not like I have 1 energy. So, okay, whatever. Now that I'm thinking about it, I probably wanted to keep that energy switch in. But that's fine. And since we have the double colorless here, I'm going to start with Lugia EX. And then I'm going to put Volcanion onto my bench. I do have my Altar of the Sun. I have a pretty good setup here. I'll put the Volcanion onto the bench, and I can use my Team Flare Grunt first turn if he attaches an energy, which I would expect him to. Okay, and I'm going to imagine also that he might just evolve this Fomantis, or possibly a Rowlet. He might have a full, if he's playing the GX, if he's playing any GXs, that might be his deck. Obviously, this was one of the finalists for the past 2 years, I think. It was like Alex something. He played that Decide Why GX deck where he had 3 Decide Why. He literally played a deck with like 3 grass energy in it, and his whole deck revolved around him doing 20 damage with Decide Why GX's special ability and just knocking out his opponent's Pokemon by having 3 of those on the bench, doing 60 damage every turn, and having like a tank just soak up all these hits for him. But okay, so I'm going to be able to say goodbye to that. We don't want him to be able to do that. I'm going to attach this double colorless here. Times the amount of energy attached to both. So I'm not even going to use my Team Flare. I'm just going to knock this Fomantis out right away. Great Ball, pick up something. What do we got here? Salandit. Perfect. Put that on the bench. Arrow Ball. There we go. That's 60 damage. I didn't even need to waste my Team Flare. Unfortunately, we got a Fisherman, and not an energy like we would have liked. But, yeah. So, unless my opponent gets an evolution, we just won. Obviously, he's going to play that he just picked up, and hope that he gets a lucky flip. He didn't. I didn't either, but I don't really need it. I can attach this fire energy to Volcanion if I want to. Basically, 30 damage to your opponents. Yeah. So why do we have a Rotom Dex? What? I didn't even see this. Doesn't matter. I'm knocking it out. Good game. Rotom Dex is an interesting card to have in this deck. But yeah, so let's yeah, so that worked out pretty well. But obviously that was all just Lugia. Okay, I gotta see what this full deck looks like now, because I must have slipped over the Rotom Dex. Yeah. I'm gonna put in another. Well, this gives me. I mean, seeing the Rotom Dex, that's nice because it allows me to now. I might want to put in a Silent just for that. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do, because I do only have 20 energy, and also Silent gives me search your deck for 3 basic energies. So if I do have the Ho-Oh, then it allows me to essentially set the Ho-Oh up. So that's really great. And yeah, so I think that's the right card to have. I might actually even later want to add more of those Silent cards. Okay. So yeah, I think that's a nice little addition. Instead of having the Rotom Dex, a lot of people I've read online on forums and things like that, a lot of people say that Rotom Dex is not worth it. You're better off having the map, or if you do play the map, then also playing Rotom Dex, but you don't want to just play Rotom Dex. You know, typically what happens is you'll use a card that'll search your deck. You'll see that you don't have what you need, and then you'll play Rotodex. But it has to be, it's sort of like it puts yourself at a -2. Whereas if you do have the map, you can see what you're picking up. So if you get a knockout, then like you can sort of direct yourself. Obviously, what the town map is for. But okay, now we're just getting all the fire energy, so we don't need the silent. That's cute. That's real cute. But yeah. Okay, cool. So we did get Torchic, and we got Combuskin. So that's pretty neat. Pretty neat little thing there. I don't remember if... Okay, so it's my turn first. I'll put Vulpix onto the bench. I'll use this Great Ball. We'll pick up the Delphox. Nice. Really nice. Okay, sweet. I like it. I like that a lot. Because I'm going to be able to attach this energy here. And I'm going to hold off. My Professor Kukui, I can evolve next turn. I can use Combuskin to evolve Torchic next turn. And then I can use Professor Sycamore. It does an additional 20 damage. Plus, if I do manage to get a decent hit off. So first we're going to evolve here. And then we'll play Professor Kukui. Draw 2 cards. So I'm going to use this. Discard this fire energy. Draw an additional 2 cards. It's another 2 fire energy. Lovely. I'm going to use this Crushing Hammer. Unfortunately, didn't get it. But we do get to do 80 damage. And we actually knock out this Aggron next turn. Never mind. Alter the Sun. I mean, that's decent for me. I'm going to imagine that this Cosmoem is the Solgaleo. Looks like they're playing a steel deck. A full steel deck. Nice choice bands. Nice choice of bands. Okay. Yeah. So, I'm actually using this Professor Kukui again. And yeah, I guess I should use the Flamethrower. That's fine. Because then, next turn I just use Double Kick. Maybe I should have used Double Kick first. If he does get a double colorless though, his Steel Headbutt does a lot of damage. And it looks like he's just sacrificing that, so I'm going to play my N here. Sort of reset. Okay, nice. Just about touch 2. So that's what this is for. Okay, I'm going to go right here, do this. Double kick? I'm gonna double kick because he's obviously not setting it up. If I got 2 tails, that would have been really bad. But I mean, like not bad, but like unfortunate. But it doesn't make a difference. And I did get a Ponyta, so I have a Blacksmith. I have Ponyta. This is I'm really doing pretty well. Unless he's able to evolve this, that would be crazy. Okay, okay, so he wasn't able to evolve it, but he did have a Professor Sycamore, and he's hoping to get Solgaleo. I'm imagining that might be a Solgaleo that he just drew. Imagine it's in his prize cards. Once during your turn, touch bench Pokemon. Wow, that's a really good That is a really good bronze line. Okay. Alright, so yeah, I'm in a decent position here. I'm gonna discard that energy. Let me see. The thing is, okay, so he already has the steel energy, and if I'm able to just keep this thing at bay, why not? I'll save my Altar of the Sun as well. There's no real point. Probably attaches that to itself, if he can. No, that's not what you do. He obviously doesn't have the Solgaleo, doesn't really know that you only need 3 energy for it. But that's fine by me. Yeah, and now we're going to set up this Ho-Oh, because let's freaking go. Attach the water energy there. One of your fire Pokemon. Put them both right on combustion here. We knock out an EX Pokemon. It's 140. And gotta discard 2 cards, and he's going to get the Solgaleo. Yeah. Oh, Solgaleo GX. Oh boy. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Once during your turn, you switch your active Pokemon with one of your benched Pokemon. Discard all energy from this Pokemon. Yeah, see, that's why I don't see why you would have attached an additional one. But I imagine he's gonna Sunsteel Strike. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. I'm gonna put Ponyta out here. Try and start grabbing some of these fire energies. Let's see what else we can get here. Do I want my Charizard? Salandit. I'm gonna take Lugia, because obviously his Solgaleo is gonna start trying to set up, but yeah, and I'm gonna grab. Okay. That's really unlucky that my 1 grass energy is in my prize cards, which is where you'd want to use the Rotom Dex if you had it. But yeah, I'm gonna start setting up Lugia. I don't need to do 10 damage to this Solgaleo. Like if I was doing 20 maybe, but we're at the Altar of the Sun. It's not gonna be able to stop that. Yeah. I'm gonna switch out to Dragonite. Okay. Interesting. Attach to your opponent's active Pokemon. So it's got 4 energy on it. 5, 6. 6 times 2, that's 120. We knock this thing out. We do knock this thing out with Lugia, but I could also knock it out with Vulpix potentially with just by burning it. Attach 2 energy from your discard pile. Ooh, that's really cool. I got that. Oh, to one on fire Pokemon. Ooh, unfortunate. Obviously, I can't read. I don't read good, so we're gonna burn it here. He did manage to heal, but next turn we can knock it out with our other Vulpix and save our Lugia, because I really want to save Lugia to knock out his Solgaleo. If he's just gonna keep attaching energy from his discard pile to it, which I imagine he is, it's gonna get real beefy real quick. There's a Stadium. I can do 150 damage, or I can do probably more than that. That's fine. I put myself right back in the same position as him. Canyon. I'm going to attach this to Lugia. I'm going to use Singe. Okay, we knock it out. Let me get my energy, please. Yes, okay. So we got the grass energy. We also got the Ninetales that now we don't have any Vulpix for, so this is kind of a dead card in my hand. He is... Let's see. He's actually... Oh god, please don't put Ho-Oh in. Okay, fair enough. He puts in Lugia. That's fine by me, actually. Because I'm going to send... I'm going to put Vulpix in. Ooh, that's actually not okay. So I'm going to put in Ho-Oh. And Ho-Oh's going to have to start knocking out his Pokemon real quick. There's our Charizard. Can you please from your hand to evolve when you're... Oh, yeah. Excuse me. No. 30 more damage to Pokemon. When you play this card from your hand to evolve when you're switching active Pokemon. I might want to knock out Bronzong. Oh no, I really do want to knock out this Solgaleo. But I don't think I can. I can knock out Bronzong in one hit. Really unfortunate here. If he does attach the energy to Solgaleo next turn, I lose. Otherwise, I win, I think. But yeah, I'm done here. I'm waiting. I'm going to save my Ninetales. Hopefully be able to flip to... Oh. Well, he did that. So he can Metal Lynx twice. Wow. Of course, that on this turn he manages to get that. Unless he was saving it to like kind of stuff. What? Oh, one of your benched Pokemon. Oh, this is his Solgaleo's not on his bench. Okay, so I really have to knock this Solgaleo out though. Is he gonna Ultra Road right now? He might. And then attach both energy. Switch in his... Okay, not attacking. Fair enough. Gonna attach an energy to Solgaleo, I'm sure. Yeah, so next turn I lose. Unless somehow I can, like, defend myself here. Yeah. So we gotta do this. Boom, right there. Yes, I'm going to switch in his Solgaleo. Use Ho-Oh. Does 30 damage to that one. Probably. Damn, that would have done 240. But that's it. So we just lost. Yeah, I didn't expect him to have the Solgaleo GX. But of course, why wouldn't I? You know, people pay to play this game so much. So, of course, he wouldn't play that weak Solgaleo just from the deck box that you can purchase. He would have the GX card. But that was a really close game. Had a lot of fun. So this fire deck is actually pretty good. It's a lot of fun to play. Seems to synergize pretty well within itself. Obviously, I haven't used Volcanion to his potential yet. But, yeah. Seems to work pretty well, I would say. I could also switch and put the Charmander, the Charizard line in. The classic Charizard with the ability what is it, energy burn or something, where all of your energies become fire energies, and it has fire spin. It does 100 damage. Very strong, but I don't think it's necessarily that great of a card. So yeah, okay. That's pretty cool. I'm okay with him ending on first turn. Full art, that's cool. We got our own N as well. So what we can actually do is, okay, he's gonna use Hoopa. We got our own N, so what we can do is attach an energy to Lugia. Wow, okay. And Rocky Helms onto a Marini. We can attach an energy here. Use our own N. His megas are gone now, so he's mad. Unfortunately, I didn't get a basic energy, so now Lugia EX is going to be in a bit of a pickle. Yeah, I'm gonna play this. Do I want a nest ball or do I want a great ball first? I'm gonna nest ball first. I can pick up this Ponyta. Yeah, so I'm gonna pick up Ponyta. I'm gonna play the great ball now, and of course I should have picked up Vulpix. Yeah, I'll take the Ninetales. And yep, there. So we were only able to attach the one fire energy anyway, but did he just? Oh, he altered a moon. Ah! Well, actually though, that's hilarious. So he put his own altar up, and now he's able to do 30 damage to each of my Pokemon with energy on them, which is only my Lugia. But if I get an energy this turn, nice, I did. I'll be able to do 80 damage. Which means next turn I can knock out his Alakazam. Let's see what he picks up. Hoopa and Unknown. He's probably going to play the Hoopa in his last... Oh, okay. Yeah, makes sense. Waste the Unknown, pick up... Now he plays the Hoopa, now he picks up his Mega Evolutions. Which is fair enough. I can see that as a smart move. Picks up his Mega Alakazam. He... Mega Evolve? Yes. Wait, what? Hello? Hacking? Oh wait, no, wait, what is this? When this Mega evolves something? Could you please... When you play Mega for your hand to evolve this Pokemon before developing, you put 2 damage counters on your opponent's X Pokemon, 3 damage counters on your opponent's bench Pokemon. Oh, okay, right. Damn. Pretty much just damn. Really don't know what to do here. I'll play Fennekin. He has a really good deck. You have a good deck. Nice. Search deck. 2 basics. Grab this. And grab Canyon. I guess. Yeah. I think I lost pretty much here. I didn't read what the ability is. I should have. pretty obvious that he was going to knock me out. 60 damage for each damage counter in the 30 more damage for each damage counter. Probably not worth it. You may discard a fire energy. I can put this onto Charizard. Yeah, we probably lost. I think I'm just going to forfeit here. Because he's in too good of a position. He's got both of his Megas. He's got 2 Hoopas. He's got 2 Marini. It looks like he pretty much has his whole deck set up. And I am way far behind. So, yeah. So there's really no point in playing that game any longer. Playing it out. He obviously just outplayed me very hard. His deck synergized really, really well with the Megas, with the Hoopa EX. The Hoopa EX really came through. It's a very strong combination because you can grab both the base Alakazam and the Mega Alakazam at the same time. So like you saw, he did it twice, where he grabs, even though I used N to shuffle his hand, like he was still able to, right after that, then go and use a second Hoopa to just pick up the exact same cards. So, alright, am I lagging here, or is my opponent taking too long? It looks like I'm lagging out. Nope, okay. It didn't lag out. That's nice. So I can play how... Jeltic, so cute. Probably going to knock out both those unknown, I imagine. Okay. A little risky, like if I draw Professor Kukui right here, and I'm able to just attach a fire energy, I knock it out. So, what is this? Why is this damage from this Pokemon is increased? How? I'm confused how it's increased. What did he use? Night March. Oh, this says Night March, doesn't it? Yeah, okay. So, oh, he's gonna try and, oh, okay. Oh, right. I've seen this deck before. Night March deck. Just discard a bunch of cards. You want to discard as many Pokemon as possible that have Night March. Then this Joltik is gonna do, like, stupid damage. Okay, but what my opponent doesn't realize is I get to do this. Silent. We will just grab all the fire energies. We have Volcanion's ability to thank for this knockout. I'd like to thank the Academy. Yeah, so we're just going to steam up. Discard a fire energy. Goodbye. Boosted. Will-O-Wisp. And yeah. No chance of him getting that Night March. Now it's going to be really strong, but he needs to get a double colorless. 1, 2, 3. 3 times 20, 60. Does do 60 damage. He does 60 damage. Grab another Joltik because he knows I'm going to knock it out again. He got the double colorless, so he's going to knock out my Fennekin, which I don't think I really mind because I'm going to use my Pokemon Fan Club next turn. Actually? Am I? Can't attack. Energy cards. I'm going to do this. I'm not sure if... Let me see, do I get... No, what? But it's a fire energy! Alright, well, I just messed up. What I really should have done is use Pokemon Fan Club. Just attach the one energy. Actually used Volcanion. if I used Volcanion's ability, I could have picked up the 2, attached them both to Volcanion, and still been able to attack next turn. But now, let's see, that's 2, 3, 4, so that's 6. 6 times 2 is 120. It's 120. Okay, that's an interesting... Oh, okay. So he's going to knock me out this turn, for sure. Now, just attack. Yeah, 8, 9. It's 180. You have enough. Just going to keep going, though. You dirty, dirty scoundrel. Alright, we'll concede here, because now it's just going past what he needs. You know. I'll play one more since that one didn't really matter. Hopefully it's a quick one. I really don't want this video to go on longer than an hour for sure. I'd rather have my videos be around 30 to 45 minutes, and I haven't really been keeping time, although I should. But hopefully this is a quick game, and I can just showcase the fire type cards a little bit longer. They're not all that great, though. It's just, I think that the problem is that the combinations of cards that I play. Any fire energy type, you may heal 50 damage from it. I think the combination of cards that I play is just not fast enough for the current meta. You know, people who can set up their decks to do, you know, 100 damage or something turn 1. The way that I set up my decks just takes too much time, I think, which is something that I definitely want to work on, obviously. But we'll see. Once we this one. It's your active Pokemon. Okay. Use the ability. Turbo Blaze. So that's 2 energy for the price of 1. If I'm gonna discard that electric energy for sure, because obviously. Oh, okay. Never mind. Jeez, I really don't know what I want to do now. I'm gonna do this. I probably do have to use this. Discard the electric energy, I think. And I'm done. So next turn, I did waste one of his energies, but now next turn, I will attach a fire energy. So we can't, like, normally he would have been able to attack this turn. But now, next turn, I will attach a fire energy to Ho-Oh, possibly, to try and keep it healthy. And then I will end. So I can put... So that's really, really good. I got the grass. I mean, I got the water energy. I hope to God that I have the grass energy in this deck. And it's not in my prize cards right now. Because if I do not, it's very unfortunate. So he just needs to have an energy in his hand. He's not able to knock out Ho-Oh. this turn, and he does have to discard an energy, but I'd imagine that with a deck where you're playing dragons, you have a large assortment of energy. He's got to have some psychic, some dark, he's got to have electric, he's got to have fighting, he's got to have steel. So yeah, probably also has like a rainbow energy in there. Probably plays a lot of silence. So I'm going to be able to heal next turn for 50, but that still puts me... Wait, if I heal for 50, if he does 110, I heal for 50, that's 60. So that doesn't kill me. It actually doesn't knock me out. I can survive 2 hits, but that is a lot of damage. He's not even gonna... Oh, no, he will. He'll use Turbo Blaze now. Attach an energy to himself. He has to remove the fire energy. So if I do get that grass energy, though, then I'm going to be able to knock him out anyway. 30 damage. And fire energy to it. You can heal for 50. I really just hope he doesn't. Yeah, okay. Cool. So, very sticky situation. I don't need this. I don't need the additional 20, so that's why I'm going to use the heal. Now we'll heal up. It's enough to keep us alive. Right? We'll have 10 health left. As long as he doesn't have any sort of attack boost, which I really hope he doesn't. But this Ho-Oh now is sort of like a stall. If I do get a grass energy, excellent. Likelihood of me getting grass energy next turn, very, very low. So, yeah, it's just going to be a stall out. I'm going to play the Lugia next, though, because the Lugia will be able to do quite a lot of damage. So, yeah, don't want to waste any more energy there. We can heal this a little bit more. It doesn't really do much, but Lugia will be able to do, let's see, what is that going to be? 100 damage to Reshiram. He's going to get an EX knockout, and then he's also going to... Jeez. Yeah. Again, probably lost. This deck is way too slow, I think, for the current meta. Even like this Reshiram, just its ability to be able to attach like 2 energy at a time is giving me so much trouble. So I need a way to increase, like Blacksmith. This is a great card for me to have for my fire cards. But Ho-Oh and Lugia obviously are not fire types. So it's a little difficult in that regard. I'm going to wait, put 4 basic energy. I only have 3 there, so I'm going to Aero Blast. I'm going to do a lot of damage next turn. So I'm gonna have to rearrange this deck a little bit. Fire decks are a lot of fun in terms of the fact that they just you discard a lot of fire energies, but then in return you do a lot of damage. Most of the starters, their abilities are like discard a fire energy after you use this attack. They have Flamethrower, Fire Blast, Flare Blitz. They have all the very strong fire type moves, and what they do is then it's usually over 100 damage, or at least like 90-ish if it's just the stage 1. But the stage 2s usually do over 100 damage, and then it's just discard a fire type. And energy. Okay, so seems we got a little lucky. Our opponent did not have the two basics. Our opponent did not have the energy to attach to his Reshiram. So I'm going to now give this energy to Lugia so that maybe I can Arrow Ball Sweep. Because now any Pokemon that he puts out, if I get another energy, that'd be great. Okay, I got a Great Ball. Which is actually also pretty nice. If I'm able to Great Ball and get the Vulpix evolution, which is called Ninetales. If I'm able to get the Ninetales, I will be able to switch into, say, maybe this Altaria. I'm going to imagine he sends out the Hydreigon, but I think I want him to switch. I want the Altaria. This Pokemon is healed during this point. He has 30 damage. Yeah. Might even send in the Altaria, but if he did, I don't think that would be the play. I think it has to be Hydreigon here. Just because if he sends in the Altaria, it does 30 damage. This Pokemon has no weakness. Yeah, but I can do 150, or I can do 100. You're going to attach another energy to this. Yikes! If I get an energy next turn, you die. Because that's 6, 7, 100. Oh no, it's 140, right? If I get a double colorless though. Okay. Alright. Well, what do we have? Oh, damn. So, we didn't get the evolution. I'm gonna discard this. This is a risky play to make, but it paid off because now I'm gonna play Silent. I can take this grass energy and just stick it onto Lugia because Ho-Oh's gone. No need to keep this grass energy any longer. Put it onto Lugia. That's 7. 7 times 2 is 140, or I can do 150. Yeah, so discard fire energy. So yeah, that's fine. Boom. I don't want to discard any more fire energy anyway, because I sort of have a full bench and no fire energy to speak of. So what I can do though is probably next turn I'll just use Vulpix as some bait. Send it out, Singe. A burned Pokemon takes 20 damage per turn. Like, so the first turn she's automatically, unless this Altaria gets healed. Oh god, I hope it doesn't. Okay. So, wait. Oh. It doesn't even knock me out. To one of your fire Pokemon. Yeah, I'm gonna set Charizard up here. Yeah. Yep. Okay. So we're trading EXs here. Because next turn, obviously, he should be knocking me out, unless he just doesn't have any more energy. Which might also be the case. Very nice, very nice. We got the Delphox. And we got a Fisherman. So, I only have 3 energy in my discard pile. But now, this Lugia is going to be a lot. Okay. So, okay, he did get the energy. Gonna knock that out. That's expected. But now, this turn, I knock this out in one hit. Because I do that, I play Professor Kukui. We want the... Okay. So, looky there. I'm going to Great Ball as well. I'll grab the Salazzle. I can poison whatever he next puts in. But yeah, we're going to use this ability so that we can do the 180. Do basically 30 more damage. Wow. Fire and Steel have no weaknesses. Doesn't have a water type, but yeah. Okay. So lucky for us, we're able to knock that out. And this should be it. There's the Fennekin. The Braxian is in, or what is Braxian? Yeah. Braxian's in my deck. I can evolve this. It's 10 less damage. It doesn't. Oh, it does matter because he's going to. If I don't get a fire energy. So let me please bring I'm gonna do this. This is gonna be fun. We're gonna switch. We're gonna play this. We're gonna poison and burn them. Yes. Oh. Okay. We're gonna play this. Like, this is unnecessary. This is cruel. If you're playing against me, against anyone, don't do this, please. It's annoying. It's mean. And it's unsportsmanlike. But there we go. So that was a knockout. But also, that showcases just what this deck does, sort of. And cool, we got one of the new prizes. So yeah, that's pretty much what this fire deck can do. Like I said, I probably do have to make a couple minor changes, maybe to my trainer cards, just because it's slightly slower than I would like it to be. I have yet to use the Delphox, yet to use the Blaziken. Really, this deck has been EX cards, which, I mean, I think is the problem with the current meta, is that EX cards are just so much more powerful than you know, any basic, because it just takes so long. Because you need you need more turn besides grass cards with the grass stadium that allows them to evolve on the turn that they're played. You know, me playing a fire deck, if I play Fennekin, but then you start with a EX card, then I'm obviously at a very strong disadvantage. You know, especially Lugia EX, where you can attach a double colorless first turn, and that does 40 damage right off the bat. If I go first and I attach an energy here, it does 60 damage. You knock out my Pokemon. But it takes me a whole turn to then be able to evolve to Braxian, and another whole turn to evolve to Delphox, where Delphox is, you know, the card that, as I said in the beginning of this video, was the card I wanted to be sort of the basis of this deck. It makes it difficult. You know, having this Rapidash is just sort of, because I have Ponyta, I want to be able to pick up my fire energy. I want to be able to pick up my fire energy for Blaziken. You know, for this evolutionary line, spreading flames, pick up more fire energy. The Ninetales is to be able to, you know, not have to play Lysanders into my deck, but also it gives me the ability to then, it synergizes. This actually synergizes well with Salandit and Salazzle, I mean. But yeah, so also this Crushing Hammer, I might want to switch that with something else. This Team Flare Grunt, I might want to switch. I might actually just put in a second Crushing Hammer, which is what I'm going to do now, because I really don't have the luxury of playing those supporter cards. Like, I need to use these supporter cards wisely. And like Pokemon Fan Club is good, I can get a couple basics. But then again, I have Nest Ball, so that might also just counter. The fact that you can use items in place of a lot of supporter cards is important. Because, like, so right here, yeah, I'm taking that out, and I might add another fire energy, or I might add a different card here. So just sort of, something that's important to note. I'm gonna play. I think I'm gonna put a poison barb in, and the reason for that is obviously poison barb is very strong poison, but then also if they have a special condition, then this Ninetales can actually do damage. It can actually do 70 rather than just doing the base 20. And poison is one of those things that they have to switch out. Then they have to use energy to switch out, or if they have a flowstone, they have to use some sort of resource to switch their Pokemon out to heal them. So Ninetales synergizes with Salazzle, and then it'll also synergize well with the Poison Barb. And if I'm not able to get energy, or if I need to sort of sacrifice a Pokemon, I can use the Poison Barb and let it do some damage to my opponent's Pokemon. But thanks for watching, guys. I hope you check out also the Pokemon Showdown video that I made earlier today. I'm going to upload both of these probably today. So just check those out. And you can always like, subscribe, and comment if you'd like to. All that. And yeah. So thanks for watching. And,